be able to see you. There, come on. There we go. Hi, cool gamer. We are pretending like we know what we're doing. Hang on, we're still kind of in the setup mode. Okay, so we have decided, or well, Angel and Joe have decided that we are going to do a few more lives to entertain the crowd at home. Move this back a little bit further. Hang on a second. See, that makes me look less. There we go. I guess that's better. You're welcome, Bouncer. Everybody gets lunch. You're welcome to Lunchmans. Please check everybody out as they pop out. If you have somebody that you haven't seen, we're doing okay. I'm tired and scrambled, and we have ideas. They're scary.
Spooky.
Thank you, Cool Gamer. I don't know about us being awesome, but we're here.
We're vibing.
We're functioning on some level of something.
We're doing good. We're doing good.
I don't know if I'd say good, but we're here.
We are fucking vibing.
Oh, I'm glad you're getting over colds. Colds are terrible.
Oh, those fucking suck.
Thank you for liking the stream. We appreciate it. We need all the funds we can get. Today's topic is probably one you guys do not know yet much very about. We've decided to do a ranking video. Not a ranking video, but a ranking video.
Yeah, you should put a ranking.
I should? I didn't put anything in the title. I can fix that.
You're doing great.
Can I edit it? I cannot edit it. Hang on.
Oh dear.
Hang on.
Got my egg rolls on the floor. Step that down there.
Okay, hang on 1 second, everybody. I'm gonna have to do it on this one, I think. Cannot do it on this one, can I? Oh dear.
Hello, BC Gaming.
Hi, BC Gaming.
Hello, Marty.
Hello, Marty. I apologize for the spinny ball of death, but I was trying to fix it, but I'll have to fix it when we're done, because I don't know how to fix it midstream. Come on, get me back in the chat. Come on. There we go.
Figure we'll wait a little bit till we get some more people in. We're trying to fix the title of the...
We're trying to fix the title because I screwed it up.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot about everything.
Yeah, all this
And not
is
much of
Novem-Budd.
anything. I don't think I can fix it here yet.
Howdy, Marty.
Hi, Marty. Oh, it's not even in there yet. I'll have to fix it later.
Hey, Janet.
How you doing it?
Oh yeah, the bearded historian's over there this time.
Hey, Betty.
Hey, Betty.
He is not joining us for this one. Hi, Betty.
Oh no, he's doing it. I thought we were doing, or are we doing two separate ones?
I figured we were doing two separate ones.
Oh, I don't know what we're doing.
Oh, we're gonna do two separate ones just because I like them being separate and everything.
Ah, I just figured I was doing my segment and then Dad was doing his segment. I think it depends on how much time we want to waste.
Yeah, I was thinking it might take us a little while for both of them because we kind of suck at ranking and we have no idea how we're going to rank these bad boys.
True.
We don't know who was going to be like in first or anything, so it might take us a while.
Betty says no cursing.
No!
Yes, that's what she said, no cursing.
I'm gonna curse.
Probably.
No, wait, in the other video, I was like, I don't, if she asked me not to curse, I don't want to curse.
Exactly. And then she curses.
No! Betty! Oh, fine, I'll try to do no cursing today. Only because you asked, and I love you. You're wonderful. So,
Okay.
Hey, girl.
okay. We've got...
Uh-uh.
Oh, dear.
Also no longer on the screen.
Yeah! Oh, I love Betty. She's wonderful. Okay.
Oh. There we go. Now I'm back on the screen.
We're doing good. We vibing.
I wasn't on the screen for a bit, but now I'm on the screen, so.
Let me get nice.
All right, so today's topic for the 7 of you who are in here, happy November 1st. Hello, Woman Outdoors. First of all, in November, we're going to be doing a lot of videos. Thursdays are going to be special because I'm going to do something for Thanksgiving, a kind of a day of thankfulness, remembering to count your blessings and all that other stuff.
Oh, you can't even read it.
No, you cannot read it, but
We got a thingy here for the video. We actually got a prop this time.
ooh, props. We're upgrading. We've got props.
We're becoming more professional. Where's my phone? Come here.
Move.
Oh.
Move number.
November.
Oh.
November.
Or moving like house, we don't know. It's a thing. We're
Change the month to celebrate cows. Oh, it's staying.
It is staying.
Yeah.
Now we just have to not move it.
Don't even breathe.
Marty is part of the movement.
It is part of the movement.
Be a good baby. Be a good baby. Be a
You
good
jinxed
baby.
it now.
Be a good baby. 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 You're a good baby. No.
Hey, Kitty,
No, be a good baby. Please no.
I can't get it.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna get giant domino with this.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Anyways, we're doing a ranking thing today.
I'm just going to hold it.
Rinky dinky doo.
What are we ranking? Besides our sanity levels?
All the way down here, baby.
All the way down there. We are ranking Creepypastas. List rankings. So like, what's it say?
Oh.
Well, your K kind of looked like a C from the thing.
Yeah,
so it's like
no, totally understand.
list rankings?
Ranchings. Okay, these are the creepypastas that would go to Dr. Phil's ranch.
Hey,
We're doing great.
I like Ranch Hidden Valley.
So,
If I throw this hard enough, I can hit him.
probably, but it's
Yeah.
hard to break your phone. You're already phone short, so you know.
Yeah.
That's right. No, I got it.
Yeah, we just saw earlier before we started the live that we had the 777, so we went jackpot! Jackpot!
That's the angel number. It's a wonderful little angel number. Stan.
I don't know how many of you in our audience are familiar with creepypastas.
Hippie.
I don't even know how to describe
Howdy,
it. Because they're
hippie.
not technically.
The best thing I can say is that creepypasta is kind of like a creepy story,
Yeah.
except for that it has an entity. Now this is a discussion, an argument that we had before Halloween.
We were trying to figure this out, because like, what makes a creepypasta a creepypasta?
Kind of like when we were discussing what makes a horror story a horror movie a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yes, what makes a creepypasta a creepypasta? And in my mind, when I think creepypasta, it has to have an entity.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when you search creepypasta, you get both entities and non-entities.
You get all sorts of kind of stuff, like the back rooms. You get no end house. There's a few like haunted games or hacked games. Interesting stuff like that. So we're gonna rank our, what did you say, like favorite creepypastas? Like what the
The
best?
ones that we know. The known creepypastas, the ones we know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would say favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of them I don't care for, but we need to
We need to figure out how we're gonna rank these.
I have no idea how to rank these, honestly.
We got a ranking board. I made this. But yeah, we have no idea how we're doing it. Oh, it's Sea Nightmare. I'm sorry. I'm always gonna say your name like that. That's a Greek letter. That's Sea Nightmare. Thank you.
So for our list, we have a list. No, creepypasta doesn't have a
Oh,
list.
that's not the list. Oh,
That is not the list.
I know.
We are organized.
We're struggling. Oh, I think it fell. Oh no, Bestie. Hang on. Oh God, we're struggling. Oh, okay.
This is the Bud's organized.
Okay.
We up this out. We had an agenda and everything.
I was doing good. Okay, so. Oh, November is an annual event. It's awareness of men's health issues. Oh, good.
Oh, the nose thingy. I know what he's talking about now.
No bad health.
No, it's like no shaving or no nuts or something to focus on men's health. I just didn't remember what it was called.
My brain is going to no nutting.
Yeah, no
No
nutting.
shave November.
No nutting. It's no nutting, no shaving, something like that. That's
No
what it's.
nutting is no coming. I didn't think that was. I don't think that's related to an annual event for health.
May not be, but it is now.
I'm good. You have fun.
No shaving is a thing in our house because I like Joe's beard. And anytime his mother trims it, I'm always a little bit sad because she always trims it too short.
Yeah, No Shave November is a month-long journey in which participants forego shaving and grooming in order to evoke conversation and raise cancer awareness.
I knew it was not no nut November.
I just remember seeing a lot of no nuts in November and ads for men's health, so I just kind of connected the two. I think that's more on my side than anything else.
Definitely
But
on your side.
I'm just saying, I saw them together, so I put them together.
Men of the world, we are gathered here today for November. Today, we nut no more. Marty can't be nuts anymore.
I'm sorry, Marty, you can't be nuts anymore. Angel, let's treat it. It's all her fault. Your sadness is hers for the month.
Oh, I have another one left. Yeah. Okay. We're getting off topic.
We had a topic?
I was gonna
Yes.
say, you guys are flying on your own, because I have very little to
Yeah, you have no
thought
idea.
for creepypastas, so you guys are safe.
My knowledge of creepypastas is very minimal. I know Angel was in them for a little bit. I've heard of some of them. I've watched some of them. She's talked about some of them.
I was
And I mean,
obsessed with
Number one, the
creepypastas.
obvious one that I know of is the Slenderman. But
I was obsessed with creepypastas when I was younger. I was obsessed with, no. Your nuts are leaving. They're gone. Thanos snapped. Anyways, but I was obsessed with creepypastas, the horror in general when I was younger, like Five Nights at Freddy's and everything. I was obsessed. So, I'm pretty sure I'm the one who knows the most about creepypastas, but like Mom said, They're basically like horror stories and everything. You know, they usually have an entity, usually a ghost or a serial killer. They're all false. They're not like horror movies or anything, or horror novels. They're just like kind of.
They're usually
scary.
just like short, scary stories.
Yeah, usually on the internet. There's the website creepypasta.com. That's where a lot of them, you know, vibe. So.
They vibe?
Yeah, they vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know stores could vibe, but you know, no, you can't have your thingies. I have
Fuck
your
you!
thingies.
Give me my thingies! I'm cursed! I'm sorry! I'm sorry, buddy! I'm
Poor
sorry!
Angel Blood.
Oh, I hate myself! Oh. Where's the... Was I over there? Oh my god. Oh! Oh, they're over here. Okay. But I made a ranking chart.
And she's throwing it
Oh! I want
Don't
to
say
curse.
it, Angel. Don't say it.
I was so close to saying it. Oh, I saved myself.
Channel your inner PewDiePie there.
Hold it back. Hold it back.
Hold it back.
Hold it back.
Imagine electric shock.
This is us after we have put much thought into and we have an agenda. Imagine what happens when we don't have an agenda.
They've seen us like that a few times. Also, no. Screw the square jars.
The square?
I don't like square jars. They're terrible.
No, wrong.
Only circle jars in my house. You keep that square shit away.
Oh, there we go again.
And he's the only person I'm not going to curse for, okay? I'm trying today, but after this,
Curses
She's
part of
already
the
gonna
dead.
Eat. I don't have strips.
so we can put this. I thought it'd be fun.
Instead of just writing on the paper, we're gonna write on the strip.
Well, this way we can move it. If we decide to like move somebody
How
around.
did you plan on keeping them on there? Tape? Because then we have to tape it and then untape it? You realize it's going to tear, right?
No. It's
Yes.
gonna be fine.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be fine.
This is planned. I have a bit of a headache, Black Money, but I'm doing okay.
She's begging.
It's been a day and we know what we're doing.
We're big brain. We're big. Okay. Okay. So.
Okay, so
Girl busy hurting herself.
I got stabbed.
got stabbed by her own scissors.
Ow.
Okay, so we have a thing we are doing. We don't know what it is, but we have a thing we are doing.
We're struggling, but we're getting through.
They will persevere. Maybe.
We're gonna push through.
We're going to accomplish something someday. Maybe not tonight,
We're
but
going.
someday.
We're going to do a thing.
What thing we are going to do? We
It
don't
might
know.
not be the thing we want to do, but we're gonna do a thing.
We're
It might not
gonna
be
do
a very good thing. See, we're doing it. We're doing it. Woo. Okay.
accomplishment.
Woo!
That's how that works.
Yeah, it's really how that works. Okay. So, I know that most of you probably don't know what creepypastas are or any creepypastas, but I'm still going to read off the list. So you can like research after this if you want to.
We will also tell you a little bit about said
That's
creepypasta as
true.
we rate them.
Yeah.
Do we want to just read off the list and then decide where they goes?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead with the list.
Okay. So, for our list of creepypastas, we've got 20 of them. We got Jeff the Killer, Slender Man, Smile Dog, Judge Angels, Clockwork, Ticky Toby, Eyeless Jack, Nurse Ann, Squidward Suicide, Laughing Jack, Ben Drown, Tails Doll, Bloody Painter, Jane the Killer, Candle Code, Herobrine, Sally, Suicide Mouse, Dark Servers, and Pink Amina. Yeah.
And if you know any of these, please raise your hands in the comments.
Watch that be fucking nothing. Fuck! No! Ah!
Swamp Dweller. No, have not seen Swamp Dweller. I'll have to check into that later. Excuse me. I am tired, but I am always tired. It is a thing in my world. Alright, so we're starting at the top with this one, well, the list, so we have to start at the top. So,
Okay.
first of the creepypastas, which you cannot see, but here's the paper. It says Jeff the Killer. Jeff the Killer is a story about a boy who starts to max and murder. No, I'm just kidding, I thought that was cool.
No.
Basically, he was bullied because, children bully, and he got antisocial because that's what happens when you bully, right? No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Well, if I remember correctly, he wasn't like super antisocial because he ended up having a birthday party with like a lot of the kids from his school there, and if I remember correctly, they poured bleach on him and they set him on fire. And then after that, he's like, okay, screw all of you, I'm killing you all. So, and then he'd like carve his face into a smile. You might have seen the picture floating around if you're like into horror and creepy stuff. But there's like a picture that is usually attached to the story. He's like really creepy. He's basically got white skin. The sides of his mouth are carved up, so it looks like a really creepy smile. His eyelashes burned off too, if I remember correctly. An eyelid, so he's like always.
Did the eyelids burn or did he cut them?
I'm trying to figure out. I think they burn.
Because the hair makes sense because all the hair would be gone.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense because all the pictures I've
That's
seen
true.
has hair.
He's got black hair, so I don't know. Magically grew back. Some.
Well, hair does grow back. I don't know about
He,
eyelashes.
he was German. Hair!
Hush! You're not into this.
We're gonna kill you.
I'm out.
I would say that Jeff
There is.
is fairly generic, so I'd probably put him at the middle.
Yeah, I would put him at like 10 because that's what I was thinking. Because he's generic. He's like the basis where you start and everything.
Yeah,
He's
like,
not super special, but he's not like super bad. So
hello, gingers.
I will put him. Hot. Boopy. There. He's Jeff the Killer. Now, obviously, we might move him around and everything, but
We'll see how it goes.
next up we have Slender Man.
Now, Slender Man, for those of you who don't know, is the second creepypasta in existence as far as records of such things can tell. He's basically a man who lives in the woods. He has a suit, no face, and he kidnaps children. That's the end of my knowledge.
Okay, so Slender Man started out around. Let's say like the.
My brain went Halloween.
No! I was looking for years of stuff. I'd say like around the early 2000s because you would have to take some traction to get the like games and everything. But for basis, he was like the first one that I learned because it was like one of the very first horror games that got like super popular was a game for him called Slender. And he was made in a contest of, like creepiest pictures and everything. He really took off, got super popular. Like Monk says, he's basically a tall ass, skinny man. Doesn't eat, he has no fucking face, doesn't even have a mouth or anything. Sometimes he has tentacles. Grab multiple children, I guess. Hello, Octo Slendy Man. Wears a suit. He's usually like in the forest and everything. Or, like
Which is
stalk
weird,
you.
a place for a dude in a suit to hang out.
Yeah.
I think he would be more of a city man, but he's not.
Yeah. And then, like she said, he usually goes after children and everything. There is something attached to him called the Slender Sickness, which is basically something you'll get if you become one of his victims and everything. So, yeah, I think that's it about him. There was also a movie made of him, but it was so
It was so bad. It was so bad. Angel and I laughed and criticized
Oh my
that.
god, we found Slender Man! It's Marty!
There were actually a couple kids that thought that they were under his spell and killed a girl too.
That's true.
Yeah, but that was stupid.
Yeah.
Kids will do that.
Technically, though,
I don't believe that they actually believed that they were under his ability. I think they were using that as an excuse to do the mental illness thing. I don't believe it at all that they believed that he was in there.
there might have been that, but like as Mom was kind of referencing, they basically decided that they ran some tests and they figured that the girls had schizophrenia of some kind. It was like paranoid schizophrenia, which made them believe that the Slender Man was coming after them and that they had to sacrifice her.
I don't remember him requiring that, but I don't know, I'm not in the Slender Man, but I don't remember him requiring that to be part of his proxies.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it might have. I can go on the research on his proxies and everything. Mostly this was just like what Masky and Hoodie were the main ones, and I just never got into them because they have no fucking story at all.
Pretty much.
No.
And they recruit other children, but they recruit them after they've been victimized,
Yeah.
not beforehand. At least in the ones that I heard, like with Sally and Masky and Hoodie and some of the other ones that have been linked as proxies.
Yeah, and he basically comes up and he's like, "Hello, you can be my child now." Like Sally, she like obviously wants revenge, so he's like, "Okay, you can be one of my proxies. We'll get after your gross ass, stupid, worthless uncle. You know, kick his ass." Hi DP, hi bestie. Okay, so I kind of want to put it further because he's more well known and he has stuff like the movie and everything.
Yeah, I want to put him up high, but not too high, maybe like 5.
Yeah. Slenderman is getting the official 5 ranking. Woo!
Ooh, it's official?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. In 5, because I don't really like him, but again, he's more well known and he has a lot of stuff attached to him. Like obviously, Junkie Killer does have games, but they're not well known like Slender, the first game, or he doesn't have like a movie. You know, generally, if I remember correctly, I think there were more people scared of Slender Man instead of like Jeff the Killer. But basically, he goes to your window and he's like, "Go to sleep," and I'm just like, "I'm on the 3rd floor, so I'm safe."
Maybe he floats.
I wonder that. I'm like, you technically float then, Jeffy?
Does that make him a ghost? Because we could send the ghost after him.
Yeah. That's a good question. We're getting philosophical and everything with this.
The times have turned and our discussion has become off topic again. Well,
Way!
kind of. I don't know, I guess it's kind of a topic.
Yeah, I'd say it's some kind of topic. Okay. So next up, we have Smile Dog.
Hello, Ben. Smile the Dog, if I remember correctly, was a kind of a worm game hacking or a picture. I can't remember.
He's a chainmail picture.
Chainmail picture. I knew it had something to do with the computer.
Yeah.
So with a chainmail picture, and you got the picture of this dog that was smiling very creepily. He haunted your ass? I want to say he attacked you, but I don't remember this. That was
He
true,
would
right?
he would haunt your ass for a little while, telling you to basically spread the word and everything. And there was rumors that he would kill you once you spread the word, but the main thing was like if you don't spread the word, he gets you. Which is like he either like drives you to insanity, because I don't remember him like downright viciously attacking you and everything. But yeah, essentially, it's this picture of a really creepy looking dog, most likely a husky, because they tend to be like more expression, and if you kind of edit them a little bit, they get kind of creepy looking, especially like in the middle of the night and he's just staring at you with those big ass eyes and everything, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing, bestie? But it's this creepy picture. Basically, it's based off of the chainmails and everything. They basically were like, okay, let's make this even creepier. Boom, a smile dog. I will admit though, the image does kind of scare me a little bit. Every now and then it pops up in my head, and obviously the real one isn't like out there because it's fake. It's not a real thing. But the pictures they have edited for the creepypasta, they will haunt my brain every now and then. I'm like, it's so creepy. It's so creepy looking sometimes.
I never thought of it as creepy.
Yeah.
I would honestly rank it at maybe 15.
Yeah.
Because I never, even the picture, I'm just like, cool. You know how to make a working picture. Good job. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Points for you.
I don't know why it scared me a little bit more. Like, obviously not a whole ton, but it was enough to kind of make me go, oh, fine. But, yeah, so I'd say like 15 too. And again, he's like not super well known either.
And also, he's not like super scary. If you just want to get rid of him, get past the chainmail on.
Yeah.
Not that chainmail's really a thing anymore. Even though you can easily do it with the email, it's not really a thing anymore.
And you also just have like smart friends that don't fuck around with that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're gonna put him at like 15, you'd say?
Yeah, I think 15 for now. I might move him lower because I don't know. I don't find him very appealing or very.
His story is very basic and everything too. So
Yeah,
it's like
very, very basic.
he's not super creative. And we're still in the everyone's saying hi to each other time. So that's a blast.
That's the new people coming in. I just saw Ben sneak in. I saw we got a new person from Hippie sneak in.
I know, but it's just kind of like, please.
I don't know how many. Most of the covers. I don't know how many people in the YouTube world actually have conversations in their lives. Everyone I mentioned to is mostly hi. Occasionally you get, how are you? Updates like, feeling sick, feeling better.
Yeah, in the streams that I visited for like some of my channels, everyone is usually commenting on the video and everything. So maybe it's because my
We get
videos
comments on our
are
videos during premieres, not during live. Mostly because there's nothing to comment in our lives.
Do your research on the creepypastas as we're talking. This will be a test.
There will be a
I'm
test.
testing you.
You've all failed.
Study. Pay attention. Research.
She's getting kind of testy, isn't she?
I will kill you.
Okay.
Okay, now, I'm pretty sure neither of us remember these like super well, but the judge angels.
I remember something about them wanting to bring judgment because they felt.
I gotta Google this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we don't remember. We put them on the list. We're like, yeah, that's what we did.
I have no
Sort of.
idea. Every time I say like the judge angels, my brain instead goes to like the weeping angels, and I'm like, no.
When mine pops into mind, if mine gets, and I know you probably aren't familiar with this, but this game called,
Shut up.
I want to say Monsters and Humans, and they have this nurse. I'm trying to think of what it's called. I hate when you can't think of something.
Yeah.
Monsters.
I'm Googling this. Stop calling. Oh, bitches. Oh.
Oh, Monsters Immortals. That's it. Monsters Immortals. And it's a game that has a nurse in it, and that a picture of that nurse pops into my head. And for some reason, instead of a face, she's got a TV or like a monitor. I think I'm mixing her up with Karen from SpongeBob. I don't know.
Sounds like a weird core character.
Everything's weird for in our world. Oh yes, yes.
Let me see.
Okay, so what do we have a story?
Let me see. Judge angels. Father and mother deceased.
Did you say diseased or deceased?
Deceased.
Okay, I heard diseased.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
They're
That's,
diseased, but then they don't.
She was neglected by her father and trapped inside her own house for years since her father hated her for having black eyes and not being a normal child.
and normal children.
Not like normal children. I can read. At least.
I remember something about her father hating her, but not the black eyes.
Ever since she was born, father hated her and despised her, and she was nothing like her parents. Decided to isolate her from the outside world so nobody knew Dina, or that she was even alive when she was 15 years old. She
You don't
wanted to
get
go
any
outside. She always dreamed of it, but she was trapped in the house. Dina would visit a room where her father kept a long sword that was rumored to have belonged to an angel who dropped the sword during the war, and the sword landed on Earth only for it to be passed down for generations, and the sword ended up with Dina's father. She adored the sword so much, proposed to her mother and offered to run away since both of them were miserable in the house. Decided to run on Christmas Eve.
Interesting.
Dina snuck out before the escape to get a pendant that was going to give her, that she was going to give to her mother as a gift for when they escaped. Mr. Clark, however, found out when people reported seeing Dina go into the store and entering the house, so people then started to become curious, which angered Mr. Clark. Mrs. Clark ran into the room screaming for Dina. Dina to run. Mr. Clark threatened to kill Dina. Got her head slammed against the table and she was knocked unconscious but woke in a dungeon that her father built. Misha, her father, and Dina's school bodyguard began to make fun of Dina.
When did they get a bodyguard? And what are they making her fun of her for now?
I have no idea. Calling her a monster.
Didn't they do that before they kidnapped her? And they make it sound like this is a new thing, but it's not. I would say I would have to rank her towards the bottom because we don't really remember her.
Hang on, she's still going. Dina, he began to beat and stomp on her. Dina burst into giggles. Goes back to the special room where the sword was. She took the sword out of its case, pointed to escape. She found her mother. Found her mother. Mother was dead from being stabbed. And covered in bruises and wounds. Oh, that's a cute name. What? Oh,
There's the ring of this.
As an example of angels, OCD. Wrong diagnosis.
you dumbass.
That's an example of mommy's
Bad language,
dyslexia.
Angel.
Shut up!
Got zapped again.
Okay, let me see. Bursts into tears, saw the reflection on her sword of a person heading for her, turns around, slashes the person who turned out to be her father, chops her own father's leg off, making him immediately scream in agony, unable to pull himself up, she's laughing, giggles, crazily whispering and rambling on about being an angel and a judge for all humans. He repeatedly stabs her father in the stomach.
So she's basically asking the sketch to work. That's not how it works.
I'm pretty sure it was like schizophrenia due to like trauma and everything being locked in and everything, and she was just like so tired, so she was like, fuck you! She probably heard stories of the angels and everything, so she kind of like took on that persona.
Maybe.
So she was like, I'm the angel, and I am announcing you guilty and everything. So I kind of like her story because it is revenge and everything. And it is
Yeah, Joe will have a history lesson tomorrow
obviously
of something.
like always,
Hopefully he has ideas.
be patient. So she's not. Yeah, when is Joe's next history lesson? It's always on Wednesday, Steve. It's always on Wednesday.
Well, I'll be there
Always
Wednesday, don't worry.
Wednesday. It's not changing, I promise. It's always Wednesday. It's called Way Back Wednesdays. But yeah, she's not super popular, but I do kind of like her, so I might put her at like 14th or 13th, because I kind of like her more than Smile Dog. She's not scary, but her story is kind of interesting, and a look into like trauma and psychosis and whatnot. And like the whole Judge Angel thing, I think it's kind of a cool little persona thing. So, what do you think?
I think 13's fine.
Oh, I already wrote one. Wait, where'd it go? Over here. Over here. Where? Ah, hi, hello, hi, hello, hi, hello, hi.
Another example of page.
The many words of Angel.
Hi, hello, hi, stop! I don't know why that happened.
Quick poll, how many people want to hear Angel do that for 15 minutes straight?
No!
We'd have to do a lot of
A lot
editing.
of splicing, yes.
No. Okay. So, Judge Angels. Oh, sit back up. No! Oh, I caught you, bitch. You tried to run away, but I got you. No!
Welcome to the wonderful world of buds. This
The
is
buds are struggling.
This is the Angel edition.
Right, so this is the normal edition.
Yeah,
There you go.
honestly,
There
we're always struggling. Everyone is struggling here. Okay. We're gonna put you right here, and you're gonna stay. You're gonna be a good little piece of plastic, and you're gonna stay. Okay? Simple. If you fucking fall, I will throw you into a fire.
Where are you gonna get the fire?
I'm gonna make one.
You're not allowed to play with fire.
I will make one when you are sleeping.
You're not allowed to play with fire.
I've got candles.
We have a sprinkler system.
It's not gonna be that big of a fire. Okay. Judge Angels. We're putting Judge Angels at 13.
Lucky number.
Yeah. Alright, who do we have next? We have Clockwork. When I was younger, I was obsessed with Clockwork. I'm bi, so I'm obsessed with women, and she was one of my crushes. And yes, she's a serial killer and everything. I'm mentally ill. Leave me alone.
My knowledge of Clockwork is that she had at least an abusive father. I don't remember if she had a mother or not. And he was always on her or after her about time. You know, she's like, you're wasting time. You're taking too much time. It was all about time. And then one day, she snapped. I can't remember why. You remember
Because
why?
her boyfriend broke up with her for her choices of life and everything.
It's not because her boyfriend broke up with her.
Yeah. She was
Yeah.
also getting bullied, I think. So that mixed with the father being sort of abusive. Because I think it wasn't just him being time, he was also kind of abusive. So I think that combined with everything, she snapped. She had a surgery. Something went wrong with the surgery, and I can't remember what the surgery was for. But the surgery made her eyes green. And then she plucked one out, and she shoved her father's wristwatch clock in the socket. And then she stitched the sides of her mouth into a smile.
She might have, but I don't remember. That seems to be a familiar theme, so I would say most likely, but I honestly can't remember.
Yeah. But then, she went around and she started killing and everything. Obviously, I'm kind of biased because I was obsessed with her for a little bit. I loved her. I thought she was so cute. But
I have to say that I think her slogan is kind of generic. Your time is up.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe 9.
Yeah.
I don't feel right putting her any higher than that, but I don't really want to put her lower
Yeah.
than 10.
saying, because it's like we do like her, and she is talked about a little bit. Everyone except for like Slender Man, Jeff the Killer.
She's one of the better female ones,
Yeah.
story-wise.
Yeah. So we're gonna do like 9.
I think
Love
so.
Jeff. Yeah. Okay, Clockwork, in case anybody cares, is going into 9th place. Yeah. Now.
I wish you put the paper on the floor because you're not going to need that much of the paper. Yeah,
Well, at least not for
not for now.
now. Okay. After Clockwork, we have Tiki Toby. Hey. Oh.
I have to say, of the creepypastas, I think Toby is my favorite because I can kind of understand his struggle because he has Tourette's, and so he has a lot of tics, and that's a very fascinating diagnosis and one that isn't focused on or seen a lot. And so I really liked his story, so I'm going to rank him high.
Jeffo, that's not the Clockwork we're talking about. Oh my god.
Clockwork Orange is not a movie, Jeffo. It's a TV show.
Clockwork Orange.
Isn't it a
It
series?
is a movie.
I thought so.
I thought it was a series. What am I thinking of?
Orange is the New Black. Is
Ah, that's what I'm thinking of.
How did you go from
That is
Orange is
totally
the
on the
New
far
Black
side of Earth.
to a Clockwork Orange?
Orange. That's what it right away.
Are you smelling
Okay,
oranges
annoying.
right now?
God. You had a seizure or something? You got
Yes.
a strokage? Oh my god.
My brain went orange. I know that. See, I know the topic. I know everything. We have an itinerary, guys. How did I know what we're doing? We're not doing it very well, but we have an idea.
I don't think they care that much about our idea. We're just vibing on our own.
No, they don't care if it's going. They don't care if there was a plan.
Yeah.
And I'm saying the word because we've already.
It's already chaotic.
It's already chaos.
Yeah,
There is no plan left.
I've got to agree. Tiki Toby is a really good one. I really liked it. But if I remember correctly, I think Tiger Lily liked Tiki Toby a lot. I don't know if he was her favorite, but she liked him. And I've always kind of liked him because he's kind of interesting and everything. You know, like Mom said, the whole psychology thing, it's interesting. But sounds very painful disorder. And again, it's really stigmatized and everything, especially like right now. You know, a lot of people are bullied for it, so it
I
does
think
kind of fit.
I think the nice thing about social media, though, is I've seen that a couple people who have the disorder who put it on social media and that's like this is what happens. That people can be familiar with it because if you're not aware of what's happening or why they're doing it, you're kind of like, what are they doing? Why are they doing it? And once you understand, this is why they're doing it, you're like, okay. It's kind of like with David's clapping. At first we didn't understand it, but once we knew it, it was easier to ignore because we knew why he was doing it.
Yeah. And that's on using social media correctly. Social media isn't bad, you just have to use it correctly. I promise, it's not that hard. I promise. But, yeah, so are we saying like 8 or 7? Actually, I might put him before.
I was trying to say,
Slender.
it's like, I think I want to put like at 4 right above Slender.
Yeah.
Because it feels weird to put him under Slender.
Slender Man's watching from the window like, what the fuck, bitch? Oh. Okay, so Tiki Toby is getting put at 4. Yeah. Okay. Next up, we
Okay. My remembrance of Eyeless Jack is I got now see this is where I get him and Jeff confused because I thought he was the one that got bleached. And that's how he lost his sight and then he took out his eyes because he couldn't see.
I have no idea what happened with him. I can't remember, honestly.
Uh-oh. That's two we don't remember. We've heard of them, but we don't remember them. I guess he's getting right low.
All I know is that, like, he has a mask, I think, that's blue, and he likes kidneys. He goes munch munch on the kidneys.
Why?
I don't know. All I know is he likes kidneys. He really likes kidneys. That's like one of his titles. He loves kidneys. He loves kidneys. Okay, kidneys are his favorite. He'll go munch munch on the kidneys. Wait, let me Google. Hang on.
I was gonna say, we might have to Google him because I don't. We might have to put him like by Slender Dog and Angels because I don't remember him very well.
Yeah, I might put him underneath my dog actually.
Other than he had no eyes and I can't remember why.
Had
that's
no
actually
eyes
the
and I
dry.
can't remember why. Had no eyes and I can't remember why.
We're doing okay. We're trying to getting into we're trying to do a thing.
We're going insane in the process.
It's not going very well.
I'm fucking struggling. Okay, Eyeless Jack, Creepypasta files.
Hi, Jeffu.
Okay. Oh, go away, Ab. I do not give a shit.
The shit does not be given. Got it.
Well, there's a fan-made origin. Jack was just like any other average college student. His only real friend was Greg. Found a sort of friendship with another peer, Jenny, and her small group of friends. Jack later discovered that the group turned out to be a cult worshipping a demon. Jenny and her friends proceed to blind Jack by pouring a hot, tar-like substance into his eyes, thus killing him in the process. His body is soon possessed, and he butchers Jenny and the others. What?
Oh, so that's where he got abducted by the Slender Man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put him at like 18 or something, because that's just weird possession story. I don't know. Did Slenderman like put him back in his body or something?
I guess.
Because it said he was like possessed and everything. Where did the mask? I'm so confused. Did he take one of the masks from the cult?
Maybe the mask. I'd say put him at 18. This is definitely not going to be higher than 18. With what little remember, so we have him.
Okay. Blink. Oh. There goes the paper. You mourn the loss of Takeoff? What's Takeoff? Oh.
That's a person.
I've never heard of you. Sorry to that though. Or sorry to the pants who lost him. Come here. Oh. Ow, okay. I'll pull up the chat again. Even though I'm pretty sure everyone is still just going, hello, hi everyone. Hello. Okay. Now, after that, we have Nurse Anne. What do you think I need to look up?
I remember she was a nurse.
Wow, I have no clue.
Maybe
It's
she
not obvious at all.
wasn't she hooked to one of the boys and got affected through them?
I don't think so. That does not sound familiar in the slightest.
Okay. Maybe I'm just making shit up.
Perhaps.
I tend to do that.
Yeah. Okay. No, not Disney Plus. What?
That's an interesting place to find information.
Yeah, didn't you know they moved all the creepypastas on Disney Plus?
Well then.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Nurse and Creepypasta. What the fuck is up with you, girl? Maybe she's another one I had kind of a crush on because she's kind of pretty.
I'm gonna say probably.
She's an undead killer nurse. Origin is a mystery. Yeah, she does not have an origin story. Her backstory is currently unknown. She is just a psychotic killer. That's all the person who made her could bother to do.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to rate her low.
Yep.
19?
Yep.
Got it. Well, at least we needed somebody to go at the bottom, so not easy people to put at the bottom is people who do not matter.
Which I'm kind of sad because she's pretty, and I thought she had a story, but apparently no. The owner is just like, pretty psycho girl. Sand, you go under. I list jab. Okay, next up on the list, we have Squidward Suicide. Hey, we actually
Now-
know this one.
Technically, under my rules,
She doesn't
Squidward
consider it.
Suicide does not fit Creepypasta because it's not about, well, I guess it's kind of about a character, but there's not an entity.
Yeah.
It's just about Squidward going super insane and killing himself. And then
Yeah.
if you watch the episode, you also go insane. And the makers of the SpongeBob don't remember making this episode, so they discount everything.
It's basically just like a lost episode, kind of scary story. Though it is funny, I have a kind of a funny story with it because I remember shortly after like learning about that and other like kind of creepy lost episodes and everything. I was at Grandma and Grandpa's house and we were watching SpongeBob, and the thing fucking glitched for a second. It had one of the episodes playing. I can't remember what it was. It was in like the jellyfish fields. It like froze for a little bit, I think. Then it went black, and it like went to a different episode. So I was like, oh my god, are we getting like an lost episode or something? What is this? But no, it was just another episode or something. The TV just glitched. I don't know what happened exactly. But yeah, that was kind of fun. And yeah, basically, SpongeBob just drives him to the point of depression and insanity. He kills himself. There's some funky graphics and everything. You can probably look it up on YouTube. There's probably somebody who made Squidward Suicide video.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that there's at least one or six.
Yeah. There's some screenshots of it where he has like the bloodshot eyes and everything, and he's just standing and staring. So where do we want to put him?
I don't know, maybe 11? I don't think he deserves going really super low, but I also don't think he needs to go very high.
Yeah. He's not.
Scary, but we know him slightly better more than these two, so let's say like 11.
Yeah. And he's like a little bit more well known and everything. Oh my god, come here. Oh, no, not you. But yeah, so we'll put him at 11. And again, he's not like super creative because it's just another lost episode thing. So. Alright. Now, after that,
Jack, I kind of know he's a clown. The story I remember is the mom was looking for a little boy, and she went outside. She's like, "Where are you at?" And he comes around the corner. I was playing with Laughing Jack, and she's like, "Who's Laughing Jack?" He's like, "My friend." And of course, mom dismisses it, thinking he's a new invisible friend. No big deal. But then Laughing Jack keeps appearing and doing more and more stuff, and eventually ends up murdering mom. End of my memory.
Ends up murdering the kid.
The kid. Oh, I knew he murdered somebody.
Laughing Jack was also one of my first ones. I remember very clearly the video that I watched for him, and it's, you know, that story and everything, but it ended up with the kid. I remember this image so clearly in my mind. I don't know why my brain decided to make this like a core memory, but he was kind of nailed to the wall, kind of like this and everything, kind of like Jesus or something. And he had his tongue taken out, his eyes were taken out, he had a giant gash in his stomach, and it was filled with candy. And the mother found him like that. So, yeah. He's kind of interesting. I used to love his look because, you know, he's a black and white clown. It's kind of cool. He's got a combed nose.
I do have to say I like his look, but
there's also photos of people cosplaying as him, which are really good reference photos for like how he looks and everything. But yeah, I think I might move Clockwork up one and put
in between the two, that makes sense.
because he is kind of up there with Jack the Killer. He's one of the more well-known ones. But I love Clockwork a lot, so
Yeah, that's fair and legit reasoning. So
he goes to 8. Alright, Laughing Jack. Now again, you all better be paying attention because this is going to be on a test. The winner gets a cheesecake.
they're mailing cheesecake.
Yes.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, so do your research, pay attention, take notes. We have this fun idea. And fucking study while you're watching.
Who's next?
Ben drowned.
Ben drowned. What I remember is it had to do with the Zelda game. Somebody got a possessed, haunted, whatever, corrupt version of the game.
And the scissors.
No,
Oh,
what did I do with the scissors?
let's go. Oh dear. Scissors?
I thought I had one over here last.
Yeah. Oh, I found it.
Yay! The summer.
Woohoo. Okay, you go ahead.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so somebody got a corrupt version of the game. And I can't remember like the exact details, but I remember it had something to do with the moon in the game of Zelda. And he was trying to do this shortcut or this cheat thingy that you're supposed to do at a specific time, a certain specific day.
If I remember correctly, I think it was like, I think the boy died and his soul got into the game and corrupted it, and I don't know,
He got like drowned
mad.
at one of the
Yeah, like he was
fountains
murdered
or something.
Yeah, that's something. But yeah, and then his soul basically went into the game and everything, and I'm trying to think. His catchphrase, wasn't it like you shouldn't have done that? I think that was.
I didn't even know he had a catchphrase.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, you shouldn't have done that.
I remember some of them had catchphrases, but I know that Jeff's is go to sleep. And Sally's is like, will you play with me? Clockwork's is you're out of time. That's really all I remember. Wrong. You are correct. There is a Pokemon creepypasta that's still coming up, right?
We didn't put that in.
We did not put that in.
Also,
But it's
that's
not-
that.
It's not that city. That's it's
I'm sending it psychically. You can do this. Open your brain.
It's close to the night.
Open it. I'm sending it telepathically.
Starts with a V. Damn it.
No, it does not start with a V.
V. V is in Victor.
No, it doesn't start with a V. Oh.
Oh?
Oh.
Oh, lavender time. It's like, wow.
What L? There's multiple L's in our alphabet now. What L?
Yeah, we go. That's Lavender Town, and it was the music supposedly made kids go insane. Something about the pitch or the repetitiveness of it.
It was the pitch, yeah.
That was disproven, so yes, that is a creepypasta. That is personally one of my favorite creepypastas just because I love Pokemon. That Missing No is a good one. But congratulations, you get points for knowing creepypastas.
See, actually, no, it's a creepypasta. You're the first person to, first of all, you're the first person to actually comment related to the live. So you get a cheesecake, congrats, and you know a creepypasta. You got the name wrong, but you knew a creepypasta. So stand, bestie, stand. We appreciate you. Everyone else can fucking know. But yeah. Okay. So, Ben drowned. Where are we putting him? I don't really want to look up the full story because I think we got it.
I don't want to put him above Clockwork, but he's got a good story. So I hate to put him below Suicide. We might have to move Suicide down. Do you think he's better than Jack, or do you think we should move Jack or Jeff? And the struggles are real.
Everything's fucking funny. Okay, here we go. Okay. That's a good question because.
Should we move Clockwork up again and put him underneath Clockwork? Do you think he rates higher than the Laughing Jack?
I don't think so. I prefer Laughing Jack.
So maybe move these two up and then put them in 9?
We'll move that up. Both of them.
Because I think he's slightly better than Jeff, but I don't think he's better than anybody else.
Yeah. Don't be tilted.
I like Tilted.
No. Okay. Move your finger, child.
Google Maps and finding things is fun, especially if they don't want you to know that they exist. We found a lot of things accidentally because Google Maps did not show it.
Yeah, honestly, just try Googling BuzzFeed.
Well, they said they couldn't find it by Google here. And you can't Google it without a name, so they were doing maps to go through the city to find the restaurant. Because they couldn't remember, at least I'm assuming they couldn't remember the name.
I don't know.
Because Randy lives in that area.
Oh.
Pay attention.
No. I'm looking for for the people who actually talk about the video and everything.
There's no such thing.
Using her live stream as a chat.
It is a chat
app.
thingy.
It's a chat app.
It's
Wow.
a chat app. We're just entertaining to
The
watch.
Bud Files connecting people since 2020.
One.
Fun.
We didn't start in 2020. We didn't start anything
For
this
some
year.
reason, my brain keeps going to like 2020, and then
But that's where the idea came
yeah,
from.
it's
But we did, I refused to start anything in the first year.
yeah,
So I waited for the next year.
the idea blossomed, but it didn't start until 2021.
We
Okay.
planted the seed and they bloomed in 21.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, we have a Tails doll. This one's gonna fuck us over because we don't know where we're putting them. Because we both like them.
I like Tails doll because it's not just a possessed game.
Yeah.
It's a possessed toy, which kind of puts it in the same realm as Robert, except for, to my knowledge, Tails is not real and Robert is.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how, except for I think it was he's left on somebody's doorstep,
Yeah. I don't.
and then he started appearing kind of randomly throughout the house.
Yeah, I don't know how he became like Tails doll / is like possessed or anything, but he did.
From my understanding, Tails doll came after the Sonic EHD, and that's how he got possessed.
What happened in Sonic EHD?
Not EHD, but EX, the Sonic game thingy.
EXE?
Yes, EXE.
Yeah. I was wondering, 'cause I was like, the Sonic game I didn't know about?
Yeah, that's what Sonic used for, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, what? But yeah, I know about that, but I don't know the origin story or anything. But basically, there's a cursed game. I can't remember which one it is, but dude buys a cursed game at a garage sale. A day or so later, a haunted, cursed Tails doll shows up on his doorstep, decides to bring it in. Shit goes nuts, escalates, goes down. I can't remember, did he die?
I want to say that the doll killed him. Kind of like
Yeah.
Chucky, but
No, I can't remember exactly, but yeah.
I'm gonna say we're probably gonna have to put him right here at 6.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's better than Slender, but I like him slightly better more than but Clockwork, but not by much.
Yeah.
It's just like a teeny tiny hair.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna put him at 6.
Yeah, no, honestly, at this point, we could just start talking about how we brutally murdered somebody.
What? You murdered somebody?
Yeah, because nobody's paying attention except for, like,
Did we murder Andy?
Nightmare. Why did we murder Andy?
Why not? Who else are we gonna murder? Andy? Rachel? I just picking your name randomly in the comments.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that.
It's a table stick. Okay.
Is it Forster forgetting to type hi? Because all he's saying is the names of people.
I think so.
Usually you put hi when you're greeting somebody just to
FYI.
FYI. You don't just go, Bud Files, Nightmare,
Yeah, you
Randy.
do the naughty thing.
Yeah. Maybe some cool dude like, Nightmare, Bud Files. Ow. How do people do that? That shit hurts. Try this one. Tails doll.
Okay, who we got next?
Okay.
We're about halfway there.
Bloody Painter.
Alright. Any guesses as to what Bloody Painter does?
See if they're actually.
He's the background singer for the Beatles.
Totally. Totally, that's exactly what it is.
We're gonna see if they're actually like paying attention.
My David might remember this was a bit of a delay.
I know. Tell us what you guys think the Bloody Painter is. If y'all don't answer in 5 minutes, none of you are getting cheesecake.
Excuse me. I'm gonna say there's no comments. Okay,
You
so
all failed.
the Bloody Painter is about a guy who basically paints with blood for reasons. Can't remember the reasons. Unless he has something to do with his life.
I can't remember. All I remember is he was like in a college when it happened. The college went into lockdown and he was painting smiles on the walls and everything.
I don't remember the smiles. It's in my head. I'm seeing a big canvas full of paint, blood in.
Oh, yeah. When I think Bloody Painter, that's who comes into mind. Like when we were watching that dude who drew the creepypastas and like told us them at the same time. Remember?
Yeah, I
I
remember
should
that.
look him up again. I haven't watched him.
I want to say he's on my other phone. I still have him. Even though he doesn't do stories as much anymore.
Oh, this sucks. Bloody Painter creepypasta. It's like could have sworn.
I don't know. In my mind, I'm just seeing a canvas, and he was trying to
Oh,
make
the
a
girl.
picture. The
Name's
girl?
Helen.
What?
I thought it was a guy. Wait. hang
What?
on. Wait, I'm confused.
Who are we thinking of then?
I don't know. Wait, hang on. No, his. They just named him Helen.
Well, maybe that's why he went insane.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm fucking insane too. What the hell? Let me see. On January 13th of 1994, a classmate of his fell from the school building and died. His classmate, this student happened to be his one and only friend. According to a witness account, Otis was the culprit behind the student's death, but no lawsuits could be made. Later, on October 30th of the same year, Otis committed a massacre in his school, the one resulting in 17 deaths and 5 wounded people.
What does this have to do with the painter?
Was found not guilty by reasons of insanity, was released from the hospital, committed another series of murder.
What does this have to do with the artist?
I'm so confused. Yeah.
It's not the story I remember.
Hang on, I'm gonna pull up the video and I'm gonna see if the thumbnail, is the one that I'm thinking of, then it's the one that I was talking about with the college massacre and the painting of the smiles of blood.
This is the one.
Yeah, that's the one that comes to my mind. And this is the one where he, it's from the viewpoint of a girl, not his viewpoint or anything about his story, if I remember. But it was basically with him being like, he was running around in the college. They went into lockdown because he was massacring people. He painted the bloody smiles and everything. Okay, I have to push this one.
That's why I continue to look at for a little bit, because that did look a little bit slow.
2003 murder case. On October 31st, security camera captures a footage of a masked figure killing a pedestrian, which was uploaded onto the internet. Weeks later, on November 17th, residents reported to the police about a strong rotting smell from Otis's residence. discovered 5 corpses all hung upside down. The corpses' blood was already dry. Next to the corpses were also numerous paintings and grotesque sculptures made with the corpses' blood and body parts, respectively. Otis was also nowhere to be found in the house. Is that a painting somebody did? Or a Photoshop thing?
I think that's a painting of one of the corpses.
Yeah. I was just like, that looks so realistic. It's insane. That's a real house, isn't it?
It looks like a real house. It looks like black and white.
Is he real or something, or were they trying to make him seem super
I
realistic?
think they're trying to make it look super realistic. Probably got that off of Zulu or something.
History of events. Otis's classmate fell from his school building. Oh, so maybe his name was Otis? Alan Otis, so they just used his last name. I could have sworn, maybe they just didn't write it down that he did like the smiles, because that's like the biggest thing I remember is like the girl looked out through the peephole and she saw him doing like the creepy smiles and everything. And she was like texting her friend as it was going on, who was in another dorm, and she got murdered. So I'm pretty sure that's who that was. So, but yeah, so where do we want to put him?
I think we're going to have to put him like 14.
I think I might put him above Judge Angels because I remember him more clearly, and I kind of like his story because it was kind of interesting. And I can't find anything where he like went insane because of his life or something. So he was just like insane to begin with and everything. So
Right. I am with you. I think that's, that's where we're going to go with it. Hi, Randy.
bitch doesn't even know my name. Asshole. Also, yeah, nobody answered our question, so you all failed. I'm disappointed in all of you. We're all disappointed. Respectfully. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put him above Judge Angels because I think I like him more. Bloody painter. Alright, next up we have Jane the Killer.
I have to say, from what I remember, Jane's whole thing was she wanted to kill Jeff.
Yeah.
Because she got attacked by Jeff, or shortly after Jeff, and so she blamed him for her attack. I can't remember if it was because he was part of it, or because it happened right after her.
Jane the Killer.
And I know that you really liked her for a while, but I'm gonna have to rank her low. Just because she's so focused on Jeff, she's not really affecting anybody else.
Don't go to sleep. You won't wake up. That's your most famous quote.
Which makes sense because she's opposite of Jeff.
Yeah. Originally, she was a serial killer who killed people to spare them from being victims of Jeff the Killer.
I'm gonna kill you so he doesn't kill you?
Apparently.
That's logical.
Yeah. As of now, she has been revised to be a more heroic character and has dedicated herself to hunt down and murder the famous and formal serial killer, Jeff the Killer. He murdered her parents. Yeah. So she was like, okay, fuck you, asshole. I'm gonna fucking get you. And it turned into like a 10-year long fucking hunt because I'm It's true, they never caught each other.
They never caught each other.
Oh, yeah.
So where do you want to put Jane?
Ooh. The government chose Jane after 25 failed attempts as subjects died. They hopefully be the one person to survive an injection of liquid in 8. Power up a human.
Okay, suddenly now I'm thinking that this is one of those games like Five Nights at Freddy's or Potty Playtime. Doesn't it sound like that? Now I want somebody to build that game. Everybody gets filled with injected and full of hate. And then I'm going to do one opposite where they get filled with love.
Oh my god. But yeah, she thought that she was merely donating blood for her sister, and she needed extra money to support herself and her sister, so.
That's not how donation of blood works. You don't go to a specific person when you're donating.
Jane proved to be the first person to survive the injection, which caused her peach skin color to become pale white and her hair to become black, along with her eyes. Now, Jane has decided to use her newfound abilities to dedicate herself to capturing and taking the life of a man who ruined hers, Jeff the Killer. Yeah, I was obsessed with her because I thought she was really pretty, and I really liked her because she was like going after Jeff the Killer. So she was kind of like she was more so like a hero, like a comfort character kind of.
Right.
That's what people kind of make her, and that's how I always saw her.
Right.
Like, even though Jeff the Killer is there, there is Jane the Killer. So, you know, you're likely to be safe, and she's hunting him, and she'll likely, like, her catchphrase is, don't go to sleep, you won't wake up. So she's obviously, like, looking out for other people.
Well, kind of, yes, but also she's been chasing him for like a bazillion years and hasn't caught her.
I'm
So
just saying when I first found out about her.
He's always one step up.
When I first found out about her, I was like, oh yeah, she's good. And then it's like 10 years later, and I'm like,
Babes.
y'all caught up yet? This can't be that hard. He doesn't have magical abilities from what I know. Unless he can levitate like we were talking about earlier. In which
Maybe.
case, you're never going to catch her. He can just go, whee! But yeah.
So where do you want to put her? As much as I like her, I almost think we have to put her here.
That's kind of what I'm thinking, but I still feel kind of bad because, like I said, I really liked her.
Well, I mean, we can move those down and put her at 11. But we can't put her above Jeff.
Are you sure? I like her more than Jeff.
I mean, okay, we're going to move Jeff. We can put her where Jeff is.
I'm gonna do that. Because right now it's kind of like more so based off of how much we like them and everything.
Alright.
So,
Because, you know, what else is the ranking system?
we can't exactly say who's the scariest because, like, we would suck at failing people. At failing people? We would
Yes,
suck
we're-
at failing people.
We suck at failing people.
Oh, it's a good thing nobody's actually paying attention to the live stream.
And 5 people ignoring us.
Nobody gives a shit. I couldn't know that I murdered somebody, and nobody would care.
Who's next?
I
Did you
got-
lose your marbles?
I lost my marker. Yes.
You lost your marbles, Stephen.
It's not like they give a shit. Yes, I am salty. Deal with it. Oh, I need to finish reading.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. I distracted you. Oh, it's my fault.
Chain.
again, technically, under my rules and regulations, which don't abide
Should we
any.
bother explaining any of these people anymore? They don't care.
I'm going to explain anyway.
Cool.
Somebody might care later.
I hope they come soon.
Or maybe somebody in the comments, the chat may not care, but maybe the comments care.
Maybe.
What was I saying?
You were explaining what camel color is to you,
Oh, yeah.
basically.
It does not, to me, it does not fall into the creepypasta. It falls into what is known as lost media, which is an interesting thing, and I have a whole, on my personal YouTube account, listy thing, I have a list of a channel that's dedicated to lost media. If I can speak
You're
words.
doing fucking English, bitch!
I'm doing something. I don't know that it's English.
You know, we can make it a live stream and it's just me cursing and probably
Probably not. Anyway,
I keep
this,
distracting you.
you're fine. My brain is tired and and
Yeah, baby, not that.
this is more of a lost media, lost episode, whatever you want to call it, about a show, and I want to say it was British, but anyways, from the 90s period, possibly 80s, 90s.
I don't think it had any nationality. I think it was just like American. I don't remember.
I don't remember. I don't know.
Area.
Anyway, it was from the late 80s, early 90s. It was one of those weird shows that had people and puppets in it. It had a skeleton, a pirate, a boat, and a bird. I forgot a lot of things. And then
inside of us. You can take that in multiple ways.
anyway, there was this dude who was like, we all get a nostalgia. He's like remembering, hey, I once watched this show called Candle Cove. I'm going to look it up, but he couldn't find it. And so he went on to, those lost media places like Fortune Chan? 4chan, I knew that was close. Where you can ask people from around the globe about things, and everybody's like, yeah, I remember that episode, but my parents didn't remember it, or something. Anyway, the kids did what the parents did.
The parents thought it was an imaginary thing because all they saw when the kid was apparently watching it, all the parents saw was like a static screen. I remember that much.
Right, I remember when the parents checked on the kid, as parents should do. All they saw was static, and like, my kid's watching static, great, wonderful.
I've got a dumbass.
I've got a dumbass child, easily entertained child, cool beans, entertained by static, go for it. I would have been like, what demon is talking to you? Are you talking to a ghost? What are you talking to? Anyway, the parents didn't see anything, but the kids saw this whole random show that had 4 or 5 characters, and there was I don't want to say bad guy, but like a scary person that they were trying to avoid, the skin taker or stealer or walker.
Yeah, I think he was just like kind of a scary person, like kind of a small villain. Because yeah, if I remember correctly, they were trying to avoid him and everything. And I think his name was the Skin Stealer. Basically, he was a skeleton, he had a cape made of skin. There wasn't a lot of details about it, although you remember way more than I did. But, yeah, and if I remember correctly, didn't somebody, like, try to upload an episode or two of what it would look like?
There are some, I remember there was some
There's like
pictures
some
or clips
Yeah, I remember.
that somebody either created or found. I remember that from the Lost Media channel that I've seen,
Yeah.
where they found either some images or some clips of the show, but there's like no official like documentation of the show.
Yeah. So. Okay, where do we want to put that then?
I don't remember Candle Cove a lot. I think it's a good creepy story. But I think we might have to put it around Smile Dog because I don't remember.
Yeah, I was thinking of
Yes.
moving it down, like moving Smile Dog down and putting it there instead.
Yeah, that I think so because it's a good story. It's also just a story, and we don't remember a lot of details because that's not important.
Smile Dog goes there. Candle of but yeah, I agree. It's kind of a fun little story and everything. And again, they play into that lost media effect and everything.
And Lost Media is very, very interesting.
It is.
And some of the videos I've seen that they've actually found some very old lost shows that lost to time and uploading them so that they don't get lost to time, which is great because I think that's something that everybody should do.
Yeah.
Almost there, guys. We've only got a couple more.
That is if you care. Put a thumbs up if you give a shit.
Thumbs up if you give it a shit.
If you're actually paying attention, tell us who got moved to 10th place.
To those who got moved, period.
Yeah. Name one of the creepypastas. And you can't say Candle Cove because we just said that. But if you name one of the creepypastas because you're actually paying attention and shit, you get a cheesecake. Actually, you get to meet the kitty in the box. His name is Boxin.
Yes, Buxton the kitty cat.
If you fucking name one of the creepypastas and you're actually paying attention, you can meet Boxin. But you gotta be actually paying attention. Yes, I am salty.
Which one is Buxton? This one?
Yeah.
We need to name that one.
Yeah, that's true. That's Boxin's little sister.
Yes, but we need a name for her.
Yeah. I know, I was just saying, like, that's what my brain came up with.
Okay, works for me.
Next up is Herobrine. We've got 8 people in the chat, and none of you can type, none of you are paying attention enough to type in one of the creepypastas we were talking about.
Okay, so Herobrine, in my knowledge, is Minecraft. He's like the villain of Minecraft, for lack of a better word.
If I remember correctly, I could have sworn he was just like a little glitch or something. I can't remember him doing anything bad, except for messing up like your server. So I think it's technically kind of a villain, because I think he messes up your server if he gets onto it.
So he's just a glitch? That makes me mad less.
Yeah.
Or have to put him down here by Smile Dog.
Yeah.
I knew he wasn't gonna go high because game oriented.
I think I'm gonna move Smile Dog down and put him above, just because of the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
He's huge and everything. He's wonderful. Y'all aren't even paying attention enough to want to meet the kitty. So disappointed. Shake my head. I went through the hard work of making this ranking sheet thing as well, and you're just like, nope. Okay. There. Alright, next up we have Sally.
Okay.
I don't think I would tell her story a lot because it does have a big trigger warning.
I'm not going to tell the whole story, but I like Sally mostly because she's a child. She was like, what, 6'8", fairly young.
She's wonderful. She's just a victim, honestly.
Yeah, but honestly, Vasily is just a victim. She, what I remember is her motto is, play with me or do you want to play?
Yeah, I think it's do you want to play.
And basically what happens is that she has a family, a mother, father. I want to say she had a brother, but I can't remember. Anyway, her uncle came to visit. He did bad things. And father, I want to say mother started to suspect and was trying to limit Sally's contact, which every mother should do in these situations. And of course, he got all crazy cray and ended up killing Sally.
I think she died in like a car crash.
Yeah, no, he took her out to the woods, remember?
What, did she get her head bashed in? And that's why she has the
Yeah,
blood?
I think
that's
so.
why.
He took her out.
And that's how she would meet Slenderman, because she's
Right,
in the forest
right,
with him.
Right,
Yeah.
well, that's how she met Slenderman, because I remember he talked Mom and Dad, even though they were kind of suspicious at the time, he talked them into letting him take her to go get ice cream or play a game or something.
I think it was ice cream.
I want to say ice cream, that sounds right. And then along the way, he stopped at the woods. He's like, let's play a game. And Shelly, of course, being, youngish, it's like, yeah, let's play a game. Even though she's kind of like weary, she thought it would be okay because it was outside, I guess,
Yeah.
question mark. And then he started to attack her. She fought back, so he ended up bashing her head against a rock. When she died, he, of course, buried her, come up with some story to cover her. I think that's maybe where the car accident came from. Is that how he covered her death? He said there was a car accident.
Yeah.
And anyway, she died. She met Slenderman, and Slenderman was like, I adopt you. You're now my child. You're my daughter.
Yeah.
Because
And
who else could take care of her?
We love Slenderman for that. We appreciate it. And he was just like, you can get your revenge. Like, I'll protect you. I'll keep you safe. I will give you the ability to be able to get revenge and everything. And she fucking did, and I love it. I love her for that. So, honestly, I think I'm putting her above Tiki Toby.
I think we have to.
Yeah.
I like Sally a little bit more than Tiki Toby just
She
because
deserves it.
she's so sweet and a little bit. Nightmare.
Yeah, she's not like a serial killer or anything, but I remember she just got revenge on the uncle. And then, like, for other, like, little kids, she became, like, a friend of them and everything.
I think she also does attack if there's like a situation where a little kid's in danger.
Yeah.
Because that seems like something she's like, I have this power, I want to protect my friends now, but I don't think she's a threat to anybody who's not a threat to others.
Yeah. Honestly, I might put her at number one. She's cool.
I'm not opposed to her being number one. I'm trying to decide how we're going to figure out who's number one.
Yeah.
So, but you can put her at one for now. You can always move her later.
I'll take that. Because I love her. She's cool. Okay, next up we got Suicide Mouse.
Suicide Mouse is a cartoon, so it's kind of like Squidward's Suicide. From what I remember, it's a lot like Squidward's Suicide, except for it's from black and white cartoon about a mouse, and it's a lost media thing. And again, he ends up committing suicide in a very graphic, boring way because why not?
Yeah, I remember there was a game based off of it that Markiplier played. And it was pixelated, and at the end the mouse hung himself and everything. I don't think I ever watched the actual lost media thing.
I think I remember seeing clips of it, but not the whole,
Oh, I remember clips now. Yeah.
I think we might have to put it by Squidward Suicide, so move everybody else down a little bit.
Honestly, I might put him down here because
That's fine.
It sounds like a ripoff of Squidward Suicide.
That's fine.
And it's boring. He just walks on the loop and then he kills himself.
Yeah, that's fine. Put him at the bottom. Somebody's got to go at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Where are you, host? Can you wave to me? Hi. We're in South Dakota. We're pretending to know stuff about creepypastas. We're ranking things. It's not going. Well, it's not going badly, but it's also not going well.
We're vibing, but nobody's paying attention.
Yeah, we currently have 4 people ignoring us. It doesn't matter.
Okay, Suicide Mouse. Here we go. I'm gonna put you at bottom. I'm not that interested. Honestly, I don't know who came first, but it just feels like a worse version of Squidward Suicide.
I almost once a mouse came through, some people were like, I can do better.
Yeah.
But I agree. It's a very generic, very lackluster show. And somebody has to do the bottom anyway, so why not?
Yeah. Alright, next up we have the Dark Server. Jam. Have I told you about this?
I remember you told me a little bit about them, and I remember that they were some kind of cursed or abandoned server where you go when nobody else was in that server, and then some kind of, I want to say, creepy, haunted animal. I might make some things up. I'm probably making things up.
No, this is specific.
I want to say wolf.
It's a wolf.
Oh, good. I was like questioning myself. Is that a different creepypasta?
Nah, it's a wolf.
Well, and he was all black with red X eyes, or maybe he was black with just black eyes.
I
or
thought he had like the white kind of.
I don't know. I remember X eyes for some reason.
I can't remember either. Maybe it was black. That's I can't remember.
My mind keeps going black X's, red X's. I don't think red X's were a thing, but that's what's popping in my mind is the picture back and forth. Red, black, red, black, red, black, red,
Red, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. I'm sorry.
The black and red, black and red, black and red.
Yeah, black and red, black and red, black and red.
But that's all I can really remember about it is that was completely empty except for this wolf.
Oh, tiny. Come on. And back to the doggo. We're so small.
God, I'm getting tired.
Okay, so from what I remember more of it, though I am missing like a few parts. So, obviously, there's Emerald Jam. If you don't know, it's an online multiplayer game for kids made by National Geographic. Basically, you can have like a shit ton of animals to play as. It's kind of an open world. You know, you can make friends. You can study and everything. But I played it, and they have servers and everything, different worlds that you can like go to. And so you could go to a server that had nobody in it, and then if I remember, if you do it correctly, you open up the server map thing, and like all the servers will then go to like gray. So like all the ones that were full, they're just non-existent. Like you're in a completely different realm/area, and then if I remember correctly, I think you had to do something to summon the wolf, or the wolf was already there.
I was trying to remember. I want to say it seems like you should have had to summon him, but it just seems like he was just there.
Yeah.
For most of the stories I remember, but it was a bazillion years ago.
Yeah, same. But yeah, there was the wolf. Basically, I'm trying to remember, you had to do something. Or it was just like if you ended up there, period, he would go to like your den, and then you would be cursed, and like your family would die in like 3 or so days.
That's what that's what I remember.
Yeah.
That
I could have sworn you had to like do something though to
I
activate
can't
it.
remember. I can't remember what we had to do.
Yeah, me neither.
So the question is, where do you want to put the cursed servers? Because to me, they're pretty low because I wasn't really into them. And
Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, they scared the shit out of me.
I remember you were very, very scared of
I
them.
was fucking terrified of them. So,
Does that mean that they earn 3, or do you want to move somebody around?
God. I think I might move. I think I'm gonna put Tiki Toby up to 2, Clockwork up to 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna move Slenderman down to 6.
Okay.
And then in 6, I'm going to put the Dark Servers.
Okay. That
Let
sounds
me see
fair.
if I can remember all of that.
Up, up, down, down.
Up, down, down. Left, right, left, stop. Left, right, left, stop. And then...
Hi, Johnny. We're pretending to do a thing.
like servers and everything, just because I did not want that wolf to show up.
I remember they were a big thing for you, and you were very nervous, and I think I was even a little leery of them, if I remember correctly, about
Oh wow.
going into like a server that didn't have any people. I was like, oh, nobody's here, that can't be good, or there's a reason there's nobody there.
Yeah, I feel like even in general, if it was empty, it was just creepy all by itself. It didn't
Right.
make the story, but it was just fucking creepy not having anybody else there. So, and then that came out, and it just makes it so much worse. So last but not least, yeah,
Almost there, guys. For all the 5 of you.
that is if you guys are paying attention and caring.
Who's paying attention? Pop quiz. What are we talking about?
If you guys put in a name of a creepypasta, we will let you meet Fox and the kitty. They are the stream kitty. No, they're not a real kitty, but they're a cute little thing we can put into the chat. So if you name a creepypasta, because you're actually paying attention, you'll get to meet Foxen. Don't disappoint me. Okay, so, last but not least, we've got Pinkamena.
I have to say, of the ones I remember you telling me about, I think Pinkamena was my least favorite because it was so gory.
Wow! I wasn't expecting that.
And I hated whenever you told that story.
I would tell the story.
I think you told it to me the first time, and of course when I heard it through other sources since then.
Was it the General Cupcakes one?
General Cupcakes one?
That's the main story with
I
it.
don't remember what it was called.
Where they like dismembered everyone and put them into cupcakes.
I remember she dismembered everybody, but I can't remember why or what they were for.
Yeah, I think she was just insane and she put them into like cupcakes. At least if I'm remembering, that's why the name is cupcakes.
I mean, that makes sense. And,
Yeah.
you know, her liking sweets and cupcakes, that makes sense. But I don't remember why she was dismembering everybody.
It was based on the episode where it was her birthday and everyone was kind of avoiding her, so she went a little loopy in the head. Remember, she went a little crazy.
I remember she went around crazy, and it seems like it had to do with the birthday. I can't remember if it was hers.
But yeah, it was her birthday and she went loopy and everyone was like, oh, let's make a creepypasta on this. And thus the cupcakes came about. I remember it was an actual video.
I think I've seen a video, and I think that maybe have added to it, but I remember of the ones that you told me, that was the one, maybe it's because you watched My Little Pony so much at that age.
You
That
looked at me
I
and you're
could-
like, what the fuck?
I could picture it in my head, which you know is not a good thing in my world.
No.
And so, yeah, that was one I did not like because it was way too easy for me to picture. And
I love how that's not what you cared about though. You didn't care that it was like your young daughter watching a gory video based off
you
of
get it all the
pornography.
time and it didn't bother you. Why would it bother me you were doing that?
Oh,
Now, if
that's
you had
true.
nightmares or something, then I would probably be like, no, you can't do that. But since it didn't seem to affect you,
Yeah. Now that I remember that, yeah, because again, I like fell in love with like Jeff literally had a crush on like Jane the Killer and everything.
yeah. At first, when you got into it, I'm like, but
You
you know, you continued on and you were still happy-go-lucky and you were still into positive things.
God, I
So
was such a creepy fucking child. I was so happy watching that shit. I'm pretty sure other parents would look at that and be like, she's a child, dog. And you're just like, she's happy. She's not sad or scared or anything.
yeah, and as long as you weren't being negatively impacted, I just found a reason to prevent it or like limit you.
Ugh. Ugh. Alright, you guys now have 20 creepypastas that you could name. So, y'all failed I'm disappointed severely. We had this huge fun idea.
We knew it and nobody was going to pay any attention or care.
I know, but still, I'm like, this is such a fun fucking idea. And if they didn't know creepypastas, they could research. It's not
Research
that
is hard.
No, it's not. You go into Google and you type in the name.
Okay, with the tape on the last one, should we put it at 5? Is that 5?
Fine, yeah. I tried to get them to line up, but they're...
Yeah, they're not all the same size, so they don't line up very well. You want to put it at 5, or do you want to move somebody around? Because honestly, for me, a creep factor, that one's going to go high.
Yeah.
Think on.
It was kind of creepy and gory. I don't think I liked it that much either. Like, it was kind of interesting, but it wasn't as intriguing to me as, like, Laughing Jack or anything like that. Like, it was just, oh, Pinkie Pie went insane, brutally tortured her friends, dismembered them. Yeah, honestly, I think I might put her between Tails Doll and Slenderman.
Okay.
I figure she's still kind of high up there for you.
Right, it definitely, and I think Slenderman does rank a little bit higher nostalgic-wise, and story-wise, his is a little bit better of a back history.
Oh no, mine was above Slenderman.
Above Slender? But you, that's as they moved in. Like, oh, okay. That's still fine.
I don't know why I prefer her to Slenderman, but
Maybe because it's a little bit easier to picture her and not him. I don't know. Alright, and then go show our camera, and then we'll just turn off the live at that ranking system, which actually it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Or anyway.
yeah. And to anybody who cares, this is the official ranking system of the creepypastas. Number 1, we have Sally. Number 2, Tiki Toby, Clockwork, Dark Servers, Laughing Jack, Tails Doll, Pinkamena, Slenderman, Ben Drowned, Jane the Killer, Jeff the Killer, Squidward Suicide, Bloody Painter, Judge Angels, Candle Cove, Herobrine, Smile Dog, Eyeless Jack, Nurse Ann, and last, I would say certainly not least, but he's kind of dull and boring, it's Suicide Mouse. Woo! Yeah, nobody cares. Yeehaw.
Thank you all for coming to our randomness. Please turn in again on Thursday
Yeah.
to hear Joe and Angel rank horror movies.
Maybe they'll actually pay attention.
Probably not. Probably.